And my original goal was to lose 30 pounds, and I am 1 pound away from that. So that's pretty exciting.
All right, guys, please say hello to Jen. Jen is one of our amazing strong moms. She is coming up on the end of her program, and she's literally, I was just talking to her before I pressed record, and I'm like, she's one of the poster children. Just head down, does the work, works extremely hard, and her results, not just her results, but also honestly use the word fun. And I know, we do have to find the fun in life, but people sometimes see a program and think immediately about all the work it's going to be. But at the end of the day, we have to live our life. So that actually might go down as one of my most favorite quotes, even though you haven't said it yet here. But amazing results, enjoyed life while doing it. Her daughter's watching, which is huge, right? Kids do what we do. They don't do what we say. So I just want you to hear from Jen from, herself. Jen, tell us, where were you before you found Strong Mom?
I was struggling. I had tried other programs and had tried to do it on my own. It was at a point where I was frustrated. I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I just didn't know where to go. I knew the things to do, but they just didn't work.
Yeah. Can you think of anything you tried, or was it just like trying to work out on your own?
Well, I have athletic history from high school and have played softball, volleyball all my life, things like that, walked, ran, tried to do all of that. I tried quitting pop several times. I did beach body and it was okay. I just didn't feel a lot of guidance. I had worked with a lady. I'd met her once and she would email stuff to me and would tell me exactly what to do, but not why. I had a menu. You eat this, this, and this, and next week you do this, this, and this, but there was no explanation of why I was doing it or how to continue. Her explanation was, well, just start over. So just some struggles.
No, I love that you brought that up, because that's what we say all the time. When someone tells you what to do, that's great until they stop telling you what to do. Like, you have to know what you're doing and why you're doing it so you can keep going forever.
Yes.
All right. So tried that. What made you reach out? Where were you like in life, and what made you go, oh, this Strong Mom looks like a good idea?
Health-wise, I have joint issues and, just wanted to be healthy. Our daughter was getting older in high school and wanted to keep up with her. My husband farms and I need to be beside him doing what he's doing. And I kind of followed Strong Mom on Facebook and just kind of kept reading and thought, well, I'm going to check it out. So, but I did.
You jumped on with Dave, right?
Yes.
Yeah. God, that now that's all coming back. It does not feel that long ago, considering how long you've been with us. Okay. What?
I was really nervous because he's like, well, we'll decide if we mesh with you. And I'm like, what do I do?
Hey, check that though. That's a true thing, because at the end of the day, it's got to be, you said fun. It's got to be enjoyable for everybody involved. Like, we're a tribe, we're a community. We want to be around each other. And sometimes there aren't good fits. That's just, that's the nature of it. Luckily for us, the people that actually do jump in and join are, and probably because of the way we go about, talking to people. But that is a very, very real thing. All right, let everybody know, where are you today, how long you've been with us, and where you are physically, mentally, all of it.
I've been with the program almost 6 months. And my original goal was to lose 30 pounds, and I am 1 pound away from that. So that's pretty exciting. And at the time I thought, I've done it before, but I just don't know that I can. And I think I told Dave, I want to be fit, not necessarily lose that much weight. I would be surprised. And he just kind of went, that goes with it, right? And I'm like, yeah, I do. But then I talked to Jenna and I'm like, I want to be able to go out and just walk and not have to worry about how I'm breathing. I can listen to my music. I can have a conversation. And I'm doing all of that. And I'm training with some of our other strong moms for a 5K, a virtual 5K. So that's exciting too.
No, like we talked about it, 1 pound away from 30 pounds. And it's been 6 months, like life is happening.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So like things are coming. You said you were just at your mom's. Is that where you were?
Yeah.
But able to go through a weekend, whether it's with family or just living life and still knowing that you're inching towards that goal is, I don't know, you can speak on it. I think it's huge.
I went through 3 weeks of wheat harvest and you never really know where you're going to be at what time. And I talked with Jenna and packed my cooler the way I needed to and had my snacks. And, the people that were doing our suppers were conscious of that. So that really helped. So life happens. I wasn't doing a lot of exercise. I was just walking, in a field and driving a truck, and life happened and we made it.
You made it because you planned and you made it a priority. See
Yes.
that those are the things where we'll hear often, okay, well, hold on, because wheat harvest is coming up. So let me call you back. And then all of a sudden the next thing's going to happen. Then hold on, it's my anniversary and we're going on a trip. And then it's my child's birthday. And then life happens. And so I'm glad you feel like you have the tools and you know why, and you know what to do. Because at the end of the day, it has to, in my opinion, it has to be sustainable. Like our goal isn't to tell people what to do and leave it at that. Like it's empowerment for you. That's what I hope you all.
Oh yeah. I shouldn't say I didn't exercise. There were times in between truckloads I was doing stuff outside and my husband would call and go, "What are you doing? You're up and down. And what are you doing? You're jumping." So, you make the best of the situation.
Whatever it takes, it takes. Right?
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. One last question. What would you say to someone on the fence, a mom that's interested? What would you say if someone was on the fence?
I would say talk to you guys. Ask, make a list of questions and, put down what you think will be an obstacle and just ask the questions to say, what, this has tripped me up before. What, how do we go about this? Things like that. The biggest thing for me was the mindset. I didn't connect that. And there were times I struggled with it. And I would, kind of put on the brakes for a couple of days and I'd go back to it and go, this really does make sense. And that is a huge part that I never connected before now.
Yeah. What do you mean that you didn't connect it? Connect it with what?
The positive thoughts and what I'm grateful for and how to go about the thinking part that, if I miss one workout, it's not do or die. I just get back to it the next day. Or if, I have a weekend where I just splurge on my food, it's okay. Life, as you say, life happens and you just deal with it and go on. And before that, I didn't deal with it very well. So that
No, I love you brought that up because I think that's where when people just tell you what to do or give you a plan, say, eat this, do that. What happens when you don't, right? If it's so black and white, then it's easy to implode because you didn't do what you were supposed to. But if you know how to reframe and you know how to basically move forward, regardless of, kind of crap hitting the fan, which is going to happen in life.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're a perfect example. I'm glad you brought that up just because we hadn't talked about that, but I'm glad you brought that up because things are going to come up.
And the funny thing was my husband's asked me several times, so what makes this different? Why? And you're trying to explain it to somebody and it's just like, but it's just not the fitness. It's just not the eating. There's so many other aspects, but yet you're not bombarded with everything. It's just, it is slid in a little bit at a time. You can do your research the way you need to, in addition to everything that we get. And it connects, at a different point for everybody.
Yep.
So it works.
almost 30 pounds, that 1 pound. I want to call you again once you get that, just to be like, done, check, nailed it. But obviously still,
But then I go on to my next goal.
exactly. Yeah.
So
No, it never ends. Like, I like to think of it, we're human beings and we're either growing or dying in certain areas of our life, right? In all areas of our life, depending on how you want to look at that. But as a human being, I want to continue to grow. So
absolutely.
you've heard us say this. Okay, so now what? So you hit your 30 pounds, and then we're gonna say, okay, Jen, so now what?
Now I focus on details. For me, I want to work on a little bit specialized training for me. Maybe my abs aren't where I want them to be, or, maybe I have a goal to do something. I just need to sit down and look at those new goals and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. I know I can do it. And just get them detailed, not such a big picture, but more detailed.
No, I love it. I know I can do it. Sit down and write them out in your new clothes.
Yes.
You had to buy new ones.
Yes.
So, side note, possible extra onto that. You may need a new wardrobe, but I say it all the time. We have, everyone has problems having to buy new clothes because you are too small for the ones you have, or a good problem to have.
When you're walking out the door and your husband hollers, "Your pants are too big,"
Oh my God, I love it. Well, thank you so much for hopping on.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story. Let me stay on here. I'm going to press N.